a hell of a theme song.
Man.
That's a great intro.
Tone Bell.
Did you see
Rojo
that fade in?
Do you like that?
That fade in was amazing. Do it again.
No, hold on.
He's over here. You go, what are we gonna do the thing? Because we got to show off for our friends.
man.
That cost us about 10 G's.
Tone Bell.
That whole open.
How did you like that open?
Man, that's a good opening.
What a nice catchy tune.
That's a good opening because even like TV now, the opening has to be like 6 seconds. Mm-hmm. You don't get the full intro, so that was nice.
I
forgot we were doing this. I was like, man, what's coming on? I thought this was a Family Matters reboot.
I think that means
Whatever happened?
Billy D.
I've got this part down. To bop to bop. That's pretty good.
Oh,
All right, thanks guys. It was fun.
Yeah, man.
Tone Bell in town, Helium Comedy Club all weekend long.
Yeah.
Rojo Perez right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
I'm
man.
ready to rock, man. This is gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
You guys excited? You were just here in St. Louis a couple months back.
Yeah,
you
I came for Thanksgiving. It was a kind of last minute thing. I was working, so the show I'm doing now, Fam, we finished up the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So it was like I really couldn't do shows. So it was like, and I usually go home, but I don't want to get home to Atlanta,
Right.
where my folks are. And it was like I'm gonna get home Thursday night, not have a good time. So it was like I'm gonna bring my parents up Wednesday. So I flew them out here.
That's
dope.
dope.
And so I got here first thing Thanksgiving morning. And we just spent like 2 days here, and then so
Is that the ultimate boss move, by the way? Like that you were at the point in your career where you can be like, "Yo, parents, flying y'all up was good."
man, I think they're just getting comfortable being like, "Can we go somewhere?" So,
nice.
and
That's really cool though.
And now they're like, "Hey, I think we want to go to St. Louis. Can we?"
Oh.
So then they'll ask me,
So
and
they're
they're
coming
like,
to watch you.
And I have an assistant as well. So half the time they don't even call me. They're like, "We talked to Adrian.
That is dope.
Here are the flights we're looking at. So all I have to do is approve it."
Oh, that is so.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is.
So it's
CEO
cool.
tone.
It's cool.
Your
Yeah.
mom loves it.
My mom, if she goes,
She
like,
takes girls trips.
She takes girls trips
Like,
now.
she's dope.
Really?
I want to go meet your aunt. She just went to Carnival. She just went to Trinidad. She went to Carnival.
I love it. That's so funny.
But how does that conversation go when you're like, Mom, Dad, I'm in a place financially. I'm talented. I've done some things. Because of you, I'm here. I'm going to fly you somewhere this week.
Because of them.
Despite of
you
that.
tell them that. And you tell them that, and they're thinking like, South Beach, L.A.,
Dude, she went to Miami
Seattle?
about 2 years ago with her friends and like her college friends. And my mom was so cute. She was like, "Can I fly first class?"
Shut
And
up.
I was like, "Look, here's the thing. If you fly first class once, you're not gonna want to go back.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's hard to go back.
Yeah, it is.
Like the first time I got a piece of good luggage,
oh, boy.
Yeah.
and like oh, this is what luggage supposed to feel like. And like about 5 years in, the handle kind of got wonky on me, so I was like, let me go spend $50 and get a new. Like, I went to Target, then I went to like Marshalls or whatever, and I was like looking through the bags, and I was like, I know it. I gotta go to Bloomingdale's, man.
It just smells different.
It's just different. You walk through the airport different.
You do.
It's a trip, man. It's
What
different.
What was the moment then for you? Because you did the 9 to 5 thing. You did before you got into the industry. You were the 9 to 5. You traveled with a big corporation.
Yeah.
So for you, when was the moment like, oh, okay, this is a new world for me. I'm now. I wouldn't say. I know the term "made it" is thrown around.
I still wouldn't say. I think people from home go, "Oh, he made it."
Right.
And if the acquisition of funds over like the last 7 years have, and I don't spend money. Like if my parents want to do something, I do whatever they want to do. But I don't really. I kind of am always
Send
at work.
them to exotic places like
Yeah,
St.
if you
Louis.
want to do it, then I'd rather y'all have a good time. But like, this is the time I need to like focus, and I rarely take a break. I'm always. I mean, we just talked about going to New York next week. I could be off, but it's like I'm gonna go do shows. So
crazy.
I think when I got my second show, I relaxed a little bit.
Okay.
So I did Whitney up front, and then I hosted a show for MTV, and then I was like, man, because you still go, was this a fluke? Is this
Well,
like
even
fair.
Whitney's all over everything.
Yeah.
And that show, did it get canceled technically?
Yeah. I mean,
And
we did.
that seemed to be super popular too. Or
I mean, it was if you were a Chris D'Elia fan and a Whitney fan, then you loved it, and it came back for a second season. So I wasn't in the first season. I replaced what's his name? Malik. That was on 30 Rock. Came over to Whitney, and then went back to 30 Rock, and they were looking for a new cast member. So I joined the second season.
Okay.
So after it got canceled the second season, then it was like I don't know if I'm going to get this opportunity again. And then when I did Bad Judge with Kate Walsh, that's when, and I got a deal from NBC, my second deal from NBC. That's when I was like, oh, I think people they like me, and I test well, and TV watchers get a chance to go, oh, we want to see that dude on more stuff.
Nice.
Well,
So-
you walk into the Mid-Coast offices here, you're chilling, you're very even-keeled. Has that changed? Have you noticed a difference in how you're maybe you've calmed down a little bit as the career picks up more and you just have to focus more? Have you noticed a difference in yourself? And you need to speak up on this too. Does he change with each job or anything, or is it just the same
No,
even
I mean,
line?
for the years we've known each other,
Yeah.
it's always been the same sort of like confident but not braggy. Like it's never like
You could tell when people walk in a room. It's like, no, this is a good dude.
The change that I've seen is people like when I do press and when I do podcasts or
Right.
news, whatever, people are excited to see me versus having to deal with me.
That's just nice. That's nice.
yeah.
though.
When you walk into a
nice.
room,
Yeah. It's like 5 years ago when I was doing press, people were like,
Yeah.
all right, who is this again?
I
and
see.
now people are like, oh, Tone's here. You know, we can
Right.
now it's like it's becoming
It's like today. They were excited to see you.
Yeah.
They're dealing
I
with
was
me.
like, I was like, we had to. Wait, did you see how begrudgingly we got
He
the
had
fourth
to
mic
dust
out?
off the other
Oh, man.
microphone.
Chris, go to the basement. Yeah. Just grab that one. That's
I think there's a couple of milk crates he could sit on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, are you in?
Did you bring your own chair? Because if you want to say, I got to bring your own chair.
Tone, is that your brother? What is this? What is this setup? What is this situation?
I always make sure because when I never got
it's
a
a
chance to
Make-A-Wish
travel with
situation.
somebody.
Right.
I never got the opportunity for a dude to like take me with him.
Right.
And because TV happened so quick.
Right.
So now you find somebody to roll with who, I mean, we travel well together. You can't do that with, we'll go
Right.
drink at night. We write during the day. We like to do the same things.
Yep.
So that's important.
Having that partner has to be huge because
Man,
I'm
'cause it's depressing
that's
by
one-
yourself.
And that's the thing I'm sort of kind of noticing is like it's important to have that collaborative artist with you to not only keep you going, but just why not bring up someone else as you are, getting your start.
Right.
And
I
that's
mean, it helps. I mean, we write quicker.
Right.
You know what I mean? What could take 2 months to figure out a bit, we can get it done in 2 weeks.
See,
That's
that's
great.
huge. That's huge.
Because he knows my voice, I know his, so like
Right.
we can tighten up everything. We'll call, even if he's in New York and I'm in LA, we'll call like, hey, I've been working on this thing. What do you think?
Oh, that's dope.
By the time we get to the town, we get 3-4 weeks in a row. Material just expands, and,
Right.
and now we got. I mean,
Like this hour right now, we're working on the hour he's doing. Really, 3 weeks ago was the first
Yeah.
time.
What?
Yeah.
He did it. It was like a full hour, and
wow.
like
Touring on that hour now?
Yeah.
and then now watching it do it, like even watching it last night, it's just like, oh, there's a flow to it
Right.
now, and it's
Yeah.
like we were able to knock that out.
Is it? Do you just pick things up quicker than most people about things? I mean, seriously, that's not.
well, we're both
that's not-
storytellers,
Sure.
so it might take. Like a bit might happen that you might put it in the notebook and you don't know where it's going to fit.
Right.
And then it might be a month before you get a new bit.
Right.
Or 2 months, but once you get something new, a handle on something, that's 8 minutes.
Right.
The story's going to be 8 minutes. So all I got to do is plug and play now.
Oh, and then you get a little chance to riff on it too. If somebody speaks up during the wrong part of the story, something.
And we sit in the
whatever,
back
yeah.
and watch each other. So I'll watch his whole set. He'll watch my whole set.
Okay.
And then so I can hear his laugh to go, okay,
Okay.
that's good.
or lack thereof.
Yeah. I mean, and we talk to each other throughout. I'm like, oh man, that didn't work, did it? And 300 other people have no idea that we're just having a conversation
Right.
while I'm on stage, while he's on stage. But if I laugh my ass off on something, I can say ass. I can
No,
say,
yeah. You're quite fine.
And but he can hear me laugh.
You're
He'll hear me
quite
laugh.
fine.
Quite fine.
Good sir.
Pardon me, brother.
That's such a dude with a blazer thing to say.
That was that black kid that finally like second semester out of white school. You didn't have to throw quite in there. You just said you good, man. You could just say you good.
We got to get him in an urban Boy Scout troop in the summer and make sure he doesn't keep saying stuff like that.
You're quite fine.
Hey, stop picking up. I handed him a note right before we walked in that said, "Use quite more. We need to really
It
set a
tests
tone."
well. It
Yes.
tests well.
So wait, so when you guys travel, like, do you guys ever get pillaged by the TSA while the other one just cackles and laughs at your misfortune behind you?
He had a black moment at the airport, and he's been talking about it for the last 3 years. Like the people at the TSA treated him like, if you know what I'm saying. And so now he's like, I can't believe I was accosted.
Like one of the
And
12%?
Yes. And now he's all like, can you believe how bold the TSA were? I'm like, hell yeah, I can believe the TSA would do that. No, tell me more
You didn't
about
walk
it.
straight through?
Now all of a sudden, man, I got a customer at the
Wait till they get this email.
Right. Like, man, they grabbed my junk. Man, they didn't shoot you, right? You good.
It's because like when I stuff changed TSA wise when I was doing Disjointed.
Ah.
So
Which pat you down more?
no, but they're all weed smokers and they watch the show. So it was like, man, you the dude from that thing. And so now I'm like, well, they're not gonna find the weed in my bag.
And you're like, hey, Steve, get your hand off my left testicle while you're asking me about this.
But I am curious about your collaboration in that artists in general, they have egos or just you like the being able to share your process. How did you guys get to that point where you're willing to share your process? Not a lot of people, especially where you currently are in your careers, would be so willing to bring on a partner or have a partner. So when did you guys begin to get comfortable with each other to the point where you were happy to rely on each other to improve your bits and improve your writing?
Man,
3-4 years ago. Probably.
Yeah, I think we started touring together like 3 or 4 years ago, and I think we did the first week, and we were like, we always kept in touch. We were cool, but we had never like really worked together. Scheduling never worked out, and we did 1 week, and I was like, oh, that felt good, and then I was like, here's one little tag, and it worked, and he gave me something, and then it was like, oh yeah, we can also now do this.
And then we didn't get a chance to do it last year, but probably 3 years in a row, we've been doing we do this road trip. From like it's either Virginia, North Carolina, and then we'll go down North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, maybe hop into Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. We stop in New Orleans. Okay. And so we do like 2.5 weeks on the road, just one-nighters. We sleep in hotels. We like crash with somebody we know.
Okay.
And it's just like a road trip we do to like get you out, because the clubs can be. You forget how good comedy clubs are, and when you start doing like little small town stuff, and then it makes you go, oh man, we got it good.
They train the clubs essentially train their audience.
Yeah,
I mean even the lighting.
It should be.
Yeah.
Keeps you humble. You go like, oh man, I can't just be relying on these $25 tickets, these $20 tickets that people come to see you. Can I make this bar full of people laugh? And then so as we're doing this 2.5-3 week run, you can't do that with everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't take a 2-hour road trip with your girlfriend, let alone.
Somebody you're not sleeping with.
Yeah, somebody you're not sleeping with for 3 weeks, and you in a car. You rented a car. The whole time, so it just becomes like, oh, I got to keep this as long as possible. So when he starts going on, I mean, because he does his own stuff too. But when it comes to time where he won't be with me and he's doing his own thing,
right?
I don't know who I'm gonna take now. Because it's like, who's going to have the same relationship I have?
Makes sense.
Man, hopefully by then, your career is going down, and I can just bring you with me.
Yeah, of course.
Like, hey, you might remember him from when I used to do this.
What, with all the projects that you've done, and this maybe it's all equal in the end, it's just it's the individual show. What's a bigger deal, or is there which one gets you more excited potentially? The Netflix's streaming stuff of the world, or a network show?
Man, both are
right.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the Netflix thing is crazy because if you're on a crazy show on Netflix and it pops, you're instantly famous.
It's insane.
Right. That's true.
You're instantly famous.
David Harbour was doing plays in New York.
Your face is
in
in
Stranger
people's
Things.
minds for 10 hours at one time if your show is dope.
Right.
So you walk out after the premiere and you are automatically famous.
That's
and
crazy.
then they won't see you for a year, but people know you from that thing. They talk about you.
Right.
That just that bingeability on you're burned into their faces.
Right.
Network, if you're not a hit, like my co-star on Fam is a star.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm getting there for people like recognizing me. And people, I'm now Tone Bell and not the dude from that show.
Nice.
That just kind of happened like the last year.
Okay.
But people have to see it. Unless they're a crazy fan, they see 13 weeks of it once a week.
Right.
So they really got to love the show in order to go like, oh, that's him. And then hopefully a movie comes out, then they go, oh, that's a dude from the show I like. Now I'm looking for him.
Right.
But it's two different worlds. And both can be very lucrative and put you on. But network TV is just different.
What has been the reaction, I guess, from family and friends now being able to, when you have the Netflix show, be able to turn on Netflix and see you?
People are so shitty, man. People are so shitty.
That's what I wanted to hear.
There we go.
I wanted to hear.
I mean, it's and a lot of, I would say majority of people are pretty like, they're humble about it, and they go, hey man, I'm proud of you. And then some people are like, I seen your little show. I see your little show. Yeah. I'm happy for you. And then they, okay, I see you. And now, once again, the last year, it's changed from being like, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, we've known each other for 20 years. My number hasn't changed. You can call me if you want to. I'm probably not gonna answer because you probably want some money. But I'll send a text first.
Right.
Send a text first, and that's the crazy thing now. People are starting to ask for money now.
Oh.
But not like family like that, but just like friends I've known ask for money, and it's like it's different because if I don't mind providing if we're in a circle and we provide one thing to another,
right,
then I don't mind because I know I'm getting something from you. You know, so like hey man, we good,
right,
but. Just people who ask for money, like, oh man, I'm never gonna see you again.
Oh man.
So, but it's like, at least I got it now. When the amount was low.
This is a buyout.
Yeah,
this is a buyout for this friendship. Make sure this is the money you want because this is where we're breaking it.
This is a wrap after this.
Yeah.
Send me a text so I can screenshot this and remember it forever. Because as soon as I see you again, I'll be like, can I show you something? You owe me money still.
Right.
I don't ever want to see you having a good time.
That's good. I appreciate that. So Helium again this weekend. We got to remind everybody about that. Received in different cities, different ways. Are you seeing, like you said, you do that kind of southeastern jaunt, so I'm sure plenty of people know you through there, but are you bigger in different areas?
Yeah, I got a bigger, because I started in Dallas. Dallas is, we just had great shows in Dallas, and for the most part, pretty sold out. We were just in Madison, which that was my first, he had been there before. It was my first time there. Sold out, basically every show.
Yeah.
Madison, Wisconsin.
Minneapolis was great.
He was great.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And so,
even Minneapolis, we were like not in Minneapolis. We were like 20 minutes outside.
Yeah.
And for a last minute, people came out to shows, and the numbers kept going up each show. So
that's
you
pretty
could tell.
exciting.
It was like,
and then even maybe it was 2 years ago, we were in Phoenix, and I didn't really think we were going to do as well as we did. Because that club fits like 600.
Right.
And we used to play like
250
to 350 seaters.
Okay. Stand-up live's huge.
It's like 6. Yeah. And so we were getting 4+ up to 580 at one point.
It's like the deepest club
the
you
movies
could have.
Okay. And so now, like, I can't wait to go back to see what happens then. Hopefully we got to turn people away and add a show or whatever. But yeah, so it's starting to get real good. Atlanta, of course, I always sell out in Atlanta just because that's where I'm from. But yeah, it's surprisingly a lot of cities have been getting really good.
As you guys grow and as you guys continue to expand your writing and doing your sets, who in the industry has kind of been a mentor for you guys? Who has been the person who has maybe reached out to you guys to kind of give you some direction on how to navigate the industry?
Man, I think I just watch. Because I came from a corporate world, I watch everybody's job. So I watch the directors and I meet the producers and I talk to other actors and I try to make sure like I learn what they do and how they do it. So because I'll go take a meeting with a studio head without my agent knowing.
Oh wow!
So the VP of casting for Warner Brothers will text me and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pop on the lot, give me a drive on, and I'll just go sit with him in his office. And then my agent's like, what'd you do today? I was like, oh, I went to go sit with this dude. And they're like, how? I'm like, we cool, man. We went to a happy hour a couple times, and then because that's what's crazy. People, and I don't think it's, and I know we know this, but it's hard. It's hard to put it on. I can drink,
right?
I'm good at it, okay?
Right?
And having worked for AB,
yeah,
and being in the beverage industry, I had to take a lot of clients out,
right? So
you
have
to
now,
maintain.
When network executives want to go hang out,
it's nothing to you because you didn't.
Man, I can last all night long. So they all leave, and the one dude who makes the decisions wants to stay. I can keep up. So now the memory is, man, this dude is cool. He can drink with me. I probably told him some secrets. He can keep them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now we just have a relationship, being like, man, I think I know somebody that could play this part. We should bring him in for this. And if a comic told me that in Dallas when I was starting, like, look, man, you want to be invited to the bar because that's my golf course.
Right.
Do you know how big of an advantage that is to just have that personality, that trait or that skill set? We see it here all the time dealing with artists, everything else. Not every comic, actor, anything, like they are not multi-versed, multi-talented in their skills like that.
Yeah.
That is such a huge advantage because even if you're on a TV show, like you said, that thing can get canceled. You got to be able to hustle and create your own stuff too at every single level, not just on the come up. I mean, you have to keep it going.
I mean, we've been doing. I mean, like now that his stuff is starting to pop. I mean, he has a special coming out. And I mean,
Congratulations!
That's us. Awesome. It's on HBO April 26th.
Oh, nice. Right, like soon.
Yeah.
You get the good mic next time you come
now
in
we're
here.
now we're making eye contact. Okay.
Hold on, Tone, man. Can you?
You got to show him a little titty first.
Can you scoot down a little bit? So tell us about this HBO special.
He's a little thin, man. Ain't no little thin.
He showed me the leg when he said stand up live. I was like, okay, I know where this is going. All right. Okay. Did you go over and sing karaoke after in that area over there? That's so great. Well, we got to talk about that then, man.
Yeah,
man.
Tone back off, please.
Comes back.
He also has a deal
Could you go check on the
with it. Hey, let me go put some air in the tire.
And how long have you been working on this special? Like prepping? How long did you prep for that?
We taped it in November.
Okay.
So it was, I guess we were on and off the road for a few months before that, but it was just piecing stuff together, and it was more of, there's some stuff in there that's heavy Puerto Rico.
Okay.
But I was like, I need to do it because if not, I can't. It was time sensitive.
Yeah.
So there
that makes sense.
there was some stuff that I wasn't really doing on the road, so I had to bring back to polish it off.
Okay.
So like,
Yeah.
I need to get this in there. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It comes out April 26th.
That's dope.
That's really cool.
Should be fun.
HBO easy to work with, editing and creative wise. I mean, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, they were cool. No, they're great. I love them.
But when you do your first one, you don't have control over in your first one. That's the
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
You're just happy to be in the room.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You just make sure the camera's on. Do I see some red lights? Are we good? You actually recording this, or am I being an asshole?
Right.
Because I did a half hour for Comedy Central in 2015,
Right.
and I did, you don't see the cut until it comes out. So now you see, okay, they cut this out and they sped this up, and
I
they
got you.
I just saw the cut 3 days ago, maybe. I just got the first, and it's coming. It was already being promoted. I was like, "Hey guys, can I
see
get a
it?
look at this?"
So that's
Or
how
I
it
was
works.
like,
I got you.
And I just read an article about Baron Vaughn's and Open Mike Eagles' New Negroes show that's coming out on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And how every comic was supposed to do 10 minutes.
Right.
And they were going to edit it to 7. And then it was like, probably 5. And now it's like some comics got 3.
Wow.
And so you just never know, because it's a lot happening in the show. You just never know how it's going to wind down.
How does that work as far as when you're developing your material? Then knowing that the likelihood you can't think about that. Okay, just put your best.
For the HBO, I think there's stuff you try to cheat it. Where I was like, I don't want you to cut this joke, so I'm gonna throw it in the middle of a story.
Okay.
So there's no way you can pull it out.
That's
nice.
And I won't reset. And like I'm gonna stay here for 10 seconds just so you have to leave me here. I was like, there's no way you can cut around this. Like
you got to trick the director and the editor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dude,
All right. That makes sense.
And it's crazy. You would be really surprised at and there's a million ways to release a comedy special these days.
Yeah.
But established companies that put out, they pay you not so much money, and then the post-release marketing or lead-up marketing, little to none.
Yeah.
It is. I'm like, wait,
You think?
you're at that level, and they don't hook you up with, they don't get behind you on that? That's disturbing to me.
It's crazy. I only got $100,000 for this.
He means
He's talking about this podcast here.
he means the candy bar. He means the candy bar. That's
the best.
Look at it. He looked at me. He was like,
best.
I don't know what bum-ass comedians you're talking
That's the
to.
best damn lie we've had on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Do you want to just close it down for good?
That
was pretty funny.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can even have earphones next time. So you get that live.
I'm bringing my own. Man,
Gold
I ain't
plated.
trusting this.
Gold. Can you turn him down in mine?
Yeah.
Channel 4. Turn down Channel 4. We can unplug it if you want.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to call Helium and suggest that he headlines the rest of the weekend.
I mean, I bring him back on stage for a reason.
Yeah.
That's
We do a
great, man.
two-man thing sometimes. Where,
Okay.
I'll finish out my hour and we tell some stories together. And so it's almost like it's kind of like a bump and Mike's thing, like
Right.
that they've done.
Patel and Ross.
Patel and Ross, yeah. And
Have
so
you seen that live in New York?
Have you seen it? I haven't seen it live.
No, I've seen
That's
them.
something I
I've
wanna
seen
see
each
live.
of them
Right.
live
it's-
a few, but
yeah.
I haven't been to
It's
one
an
of the
interesting
tapings.
concept. I like it, especially when you're
And
those
if,
two
if
wizards.
it's fans
right?
and they know and they've seen
Yeah.
us before and they come,
Right.
and if especially a club we've been to and then they know we roll together,
Right.
then they're excited to go, okay, what's happened since last time we saw you?
Right.
And so then we have like these joint stories that we tell, and like, they're pretty much unrehearsed. We just get up and talk about it, and we kind of feed off each other for about 10, 15 minutes after I close my hour.
That's the best.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
nice to be able to do
fun.
that. And you don't realize that until you do a live podcast with somebody. Say you're used to doing it. Like the stuff we've known each other a decade, been doing the show 3.5 years or something. But whenever you're like, yeah, we're okay. But then you go do it with somebody who's super talented and doesn't really play off the same way. You're left sitting there like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And maybe it's not
so you don't
me
like
that's
to
the
share.
There's something about you need a gracious, like you, somebody who doesn't need to be on. Like I'm fine sharing laughs. I don't need to get every laugh in.
I mean, sometimes I'll just set it up and then he'll hit the punchline, so he'll get the laugh or vice versa. So it's and sometimes we take each other's punchlines, just telling the story because I'm like, I didn't know you were going to say that then. And but also now you're talking, I can think about another tag.
But you don't hit the brakes on it. You go.
We just keep going.
Yeah. That's the way to do
That's
it.
real dope.
We just kind of know how we're going to end, and that's about it.
That's dope.
Speaking of ending, you get the hell out of here, man.
Hey, man, I was ready to go. I didn't even want to come in the first place.
Guys,
What Atlanta coming out?
I had to bring my own
Georgia
juice.
coming out.
Look, man, we need to get y'all some advertising. People say, you want some water? I'd expect somebody to say flat or sparkling. And they give me these picnic cups. Give me these fish fry cups. Couldn't even be red. This got to be.
You want warm or hot? That's all we got.
Hey, man, come hot, come. Oh, I thought you had a bottle, so that's a no. Giving me sink water. Everybody in St. Louis, love to tell you how good. We have really good water in St. Louis.
Hey, man, but when we shower, boy, that water good. Y'all gonna like our water, man. Y'all get
open your
That's how
mouth.
cocky you are about water. Don't even need soap.
You gonna hear some word people bragging on some word shit this weekend. Like, oh yeah, boy, our Chinese food places, y'all love it.
Now,
Yeah.
I am a fan of the Chinese.
See,
food.
thanks. See,
Now, what do you call them?
I call them Chinese food.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Y'all got successful careers. You don't have to say
what
that.
What 99% of Black St. Louis residents call Chinese restaurants?
They call them things.
They call, look, man. And this is me not saying it, but this is how I've heard other people say. Don't be trying to cancel me.
Actually, that'd be great for ratings.
Since I was looking.
Hold on, go on.
Sesame Street's coming for him.
They're gonna edit the voice for this. It's the modulator, the black face. I did not know. What was it?
I spent every summer up here, and I swear to you, I don't live here now, and I would never say this, but I've heard other people say, well, people say Chinaman. That's what people call it.
Ridiculous.
That's the
ridiculous. I don't know. Look,
it's crazy.
But it's like, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm making an effort to start a PSA for my community. Because we can't be
slap
out
the
here.
St.
Are
Paul
you trying to
sandwich.
shorten it to
I'm
like
not-
seaman?
Yeah, let's go
I
get
don't
some
know which
semen.
is the
Yeah,
word.
let's go
wrong
get some
word
semen.
here.
Let's get Seaman. Let's get some Seaman.
Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about?
Hey, man, I could really go for some semen. What? This interview is over.
We are live. Go to Helium Comedy Club this weekend. See these guys. What a damn pleasure, guys. Seriously, so
Thank
fun.
you guys
Great,
so
man.
much.
Appreciate
Thank you very
Appreciate
much,
it.
guys. Check them out again. Helium Comedy Club all weekend long. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks a lot, y'all.
Hey.